Hey, how's it guys? So currently I'm busy with this half cuts. Made a small little jig, which I then run my bed on. So this runs on a fence. That's currently what I'm doing. So I've done already on the one side. Of course my plank is thick and it can't go too deep. So I'm literally just doing half on the one side, flip it over, add my lines through, and then adding my jig to where it needs to be, and then cutting it through. So this is for a display unit that the things that are going on it. It's on a cabinet that I built yesterday. If you go check out that live video, you'll see. And then the items this will be mounted on top of the wall, and the things will lie inside of this. The last little 5 that I need to still make is not going to be the same shape as this, so it needs to go kind of straight and in. Just trying to draw it out for you. So it's going to be like something like this. So I need to still figure out how am I going to build that and what I'm going to use. Maybe my router and using a jig, cutting it with this, and then just adding that little ends at the pieces. I will see how I can do that. So once I'm done cutting all these holes out, I will come with a little tool and then just neaten them up, and then this will get a bull nose on it as well, and I will just give it a nice clean finish to this project, and then it will get a stain, a very dark rich stain, so that I can actually varnish it afterwards, and then it will look nice. If you just joined in, welcome to this channel. My name is JJ, and I build things from solid wood to melamine to whatever the type of material is that's in wood. That's currently what I do. Trying to figure out jigs so that I make my life easier. Let me know in the comments where you're watching from. I'd like to hear which part of the world you are from. I'm in South Africa, and in Pretoria, in Gauteng. almost done with this. Once I'm done, yeah, I want to get this thing nice. There'll be about 21 cutouts that I need to do. Well, last 5 is still coming, but I've done a couple of them. So these half rounds is just for display. And it will look very cool once this thing is finished. So if you're like me, liking to build things from wood and trying to figure out all details on how to make jigs and stuff like that, I hope you guys enjoy what I do. Got any questions, you are more than welcome to add that in the comments. I'll try my best to answer your questions. That's looking good. I just want to clean this up, and then from there on it will be having a bull nose to it, trying to just sand these edges off that it just can look a little bit more neater at the end. So now number 5 that I need to figure out. How am I going to do this? The head was easy. Having just a small jig and cutting it with that. Maybe I must just try and see. Got a off-cut piece here that I can practice on before I actually go onto my main board. So now once again, this is trying to figure out how one can do something that's really different than normal. It's literally just that small gap that I need. Let me try. So I've got these other little bits that's got sandpaper on it. That will go. I'll just clean that up as well. So I'll see how I'll be able to do a nice little cleanup. I've seen also other videos where the guys take this bed and put some sanding paper, glue that on there. But I don't want to mess up my bits. So I'm thinking of maybe using my palm router to do this. Let's see how I'll be able to do this. So there is two options that I can go for. Either having one with the bearing on, and then but my depth is a bit deep, so I'm not sure if that will actually be able to do that cut. Maybe I must just go with a normal one and then just add in what I need to get that groove in. Maybe I'm going to use my guide on this. See if I'll be able to do these type of cuts that I can not go in too deep using this. And working my way down to the bottom. Maybe doing this by freehand could be an option. But let's see what I can do. I might just change this to that side. Yeah. Guessing I'm gonna need to change so I can get more depth. Setting this thing up to where I need to put my last little cut. that side, work my way that side. So I will definitely maybe just carry on with these type of cuts and then just do the final with my router. So let's test this theory. Guru! Thanks, man. So let's test the theory. Yeah, that could work. So I'm busy with making a thing for a display cabinet, which the items will rest on these cutouts that I've made on this long plank, so it doesn't move away and they can sit there nicely. So I'm just trying to do the last little 5 parts that needs to have this cutout, but it needs to have more a square-ish type of look to it, but it needs to be round at the corners. So that's what I'm currently trying to figure out, what would work best so I can actually do this. So this is a 2.7 meter long display unit. So these things will the items will fit on there. My workshop is a mess, but that's probably what happens when you are trying to figure out some stuff. So yeah, I don't know if I can name the items that are going actually on this, because I'm not sure exactly about YouTube's criteria and stuff like that, so I don't want to mention the items that I'm actually putting on here, because maybe they will dislike what I'm doing. Yeah, well, I'm trying to finish up with this project because I've already assembled the cabinets that I've built, and I've also went and actually installed them yesterday. So yeah, now it's just this final piece that I need to keep going so I can actually finish up with this project, and then I'm off to another project that I still need to finish up, also at a client's house. So yeah. 5 last ones, cutting this out, and then I will be flipping it over, doing the last section on the other side, and then I'll go over to my router and see how I can maybe have clamps, spaces at the sides where I can just run my router against, run my router, and just use that method to do this thing and go right through to the bottom, so I can actually get that shape of this piece that I just did. So I've got my center line on this, so it marks up where the line that I've already put down on the blank, and that just gives me the reference to get it straight. I've liked if this thing was a bit deeper, I can just go right through. But unfortunately, that's one of the problems. This plank is about a 45 thick, so yeah. And then the hole that I'm cutting out, the size from the one side to the other side is about a 15, and it's going in 20, so that's why I had to make this so that I don't exceed that part. Now it's time for flippy flippy. Go. last little one, and then I can get going with the router. There we go. I'm just gonna flip it back. I did my numbers on this side because this is going to be at the far end of the cabinet, and I don't want to do that side and then it's messing up the whole process. So what I want to do is straight line going here to this side. So that will just be my reference on where I need to go. Cool. So now, thinking of is just checking out how I can get the right place. I'm thinking of adding block there, so I can just go in there and work my way to the other side. So So this does take time to do these type of things. Setting up, figuring out the whole process. I'm just trying to see what clamps actually work better. have too much of material or clamps that's sticking out here that I'm running against. So I'm just trying to see. That is there. Today. 10. So yeah, that's the number of clamps that I'm going to be using. So that's always good to have some offcuts lying around in your shop. You can always use that. Looks perfect. Perfect. So let's just go in a little bit and then work my way down to the bottom. So there's one thing that I've realized is my depth. I need to adjust my bed. Unplug. You don't want to get your fingers in that. Let's see if that depth will actually go through. Okay, it will not. So what I'll do is I'll come with this route bit and just run on the other side with this profile that I've made on the inside. now it's moving on to the next one. So I'll come back, change the bed, and then do that last little piece on that one. It's back at 0. Okay, let's take off a little bit. Let's see what we got here. looks good. Seeing that I'm gonna run into a little bit of problem here. See where that last one is gonna go because of at the end of my board. So I'll see how I'll be able to clamp this thing together. But that's not for now. yes, this is a Bosch router. Yeah, so it's a very nice little router. Many people don't actually use this guide, but I kind of do. It's really handy having a tool that actually works. I'm just gonna call you creations because I'm trying to figure out my brain. My brain is not braining this early in the morning. Well, it's not early, it's already almost afternoon. I am from South Africa, all the way in Victoria. It's cool to have you from the USA. And our channel's names are very similar almost. We've got creations at the end. Try this side rather. Payload Doug, is that how you say your name? Well, I'm JJ. Glad you have joined today. Let me just change this angle a little bit. So you're a missionary in Argentina. That's pretty cool. I've never come across someone that was a missionary on my channel. So cool, man. So what did you basically do in Argentina? Tell me a story. I would like to hear that. It means pulp. Okay. Oh well. This last one is just together. That's pretty cool, man. That's really cool. I'm also a believer. Me and my wife, we also did some missionary work, but we haven't gone to other places than South Africa. So we've done some mission work here in South Africa, because I also believe that the dynamite, or not the dynamite, the diamonds are in your back garden, in your backyard. So there's people here that also needs to be reached for Jesus. Clap your hands. Okay, that is an interesting one. So yeah, so we've done some mission work here as well, that you call out the knock knock in certain places. You don't just go up to people's doors and knock on them. You basically in the street, and then you like kind of call out the knocking sound, if I can put it that way, and then yeah, people then sometimes respond to that. Yeah, I could probably. No. I don't know a lot of knock knock jokes, just by the way. But yeah. No, it's a cool experience to go and go to people's houses, see them actually receive the salvation. Who's there? Boo hoo. Yeah, no use crying over the sport ball. Like man, like Alright, so now it's time to just flip this thing over again and then onto the other router with the guide on it so I can get that last sections done. Let me just do, yeah, that I don't get confused. The items I can't really, I don't want to explain it on the channel. But yeah, so I built the bottom cabinet, or cabinets, is 5 small cabinets that I've built. There's a video that I did yesterday, or the day before, when I went live. Just the assembling part of that cabinet, and it's just made out of melamine boards. So this is going to go on top on the wall. So this cupboard is small, and then at the top it will have this, and it will be able to hold the things against the wall, if you get what I'm saying. So I don't want to say what it is because I don't know if YouTube will flag it as something different. So yeah. Yeah, it's basically for that. Yeah. Yeah, so I didn't know how to word it. I don't know if, because I've heard that if you speak about those things or other things, then YouTube kind of flags you on it. So the reason for this bigger cuts on the end, that small square, is for the doubles, and then the others is for the singles. So yeah, now I just need to go and get this cleaned up. Maybe I must use my palm router as well, just to get these these aside and go through them as well. Yeah, it's a cool little workshop. It's basically a single garage, which so my car doesn't park here. I've got all my tools here. So yeah, I don't planning on going too big, but I want to go big. Maybe if I can get a place where there's maybe like a double garage or a shed at the back or something, that would be pretty cool. Then I can actually get bigger tools. Because currently my tool setup is very small. So if you compare to like having a professional workshop and like a hobbyist workshop, if I can put it that way, then mine is more towards the hobbyist, but I do this as a business. Yeah, I agree. Small tools can make big things. Thanks, man. Yeah, I've been I've got this channel since like forever. I did some handyman type of things on it as well, and then tried to do some planting and stuff like that. And then I just fell in love with doing woodwork type of content, so I changed the channel's name to actually accommodate my business as well. So yeah, it's been a while that I've got to the 1,000 subscribers. So I would like to grow it more, and if I can get to the place where actually YouTube is actually, you know, paying me, that would be amazing, because then it would be just another income coming in. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm trying to go, trying to get my views up. Yeah. So how many subscribers do you have? No, I'm very low. I've got about 260 odd watch hours, and obviously I need 4,000. So yeah, I've been making some jigs and like the stuff that the clients bring to me. I try to restore the furniture and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been a process. It's been a process, but I've recently just, yeah, from the beginning of this year, I actually just started to push some of the content that I create a bit more than what I normally do. No, it's a custom order that a client came and asked me to build for them. So it's basically going into a walk-in safe. Yeah, so it's a pretty cool project. On, what was it, Monday, Tuesday, I had another project that I did, which was a client bought a second-hand bar somewhere, and he wanted to have it fit in his space as well. So I went, did everything, mounted the front pieces where the bar counter is, the wall units going on, mounted that on as well, and then but top part was more the struggle part, because the height difference from the one cabinet from the one house to the other house is different. So I literally had to cut and redo some parts just to get it fitting. So yeah, so it's basically commission work that I do, so which is cool. But I also do my own things as well. I'm currently in the process of setting up an online shop where people can buy some of my stuff as well. So that is still in the process. It's going to take a while to get everything up and running. But like the cutting boards, I also do like bedside tables or nightstands or pedestals or whatever you want to call them. Entrance tables, so more freestanding furniture is kind of what I built from solid wood. So it depends on what I have on hand, I built. So I built quite a few things in the last couple of years, which is amazing. I'm guessing both. I like to make things and I like to build things. So it's pretty cool. I like to see how it goes from nothing to the final product. Like if you do raw material, if you do cabinetry, that's also pretty cool, because I built, because my workshop is small, I can't use that big boards, that melamine boards, to actually cut the planks up. If I did, that would be amazing, but I don't have that machine to actually do that. I've got a company that I do get my materials from, my cutting list. So I draw up my plans to basically on SketchUp build my plans, then I get my cutting list, I send that to the supplier, the cutting and aging supplier. They then deliver to me, and then from there on I build it here in the workshop, and then from there on I take it to the client. ARZ Islamic. I'm not sure exactly if my my YouTube is set up for payments, because I'm not qualified for that, but thanks, I appreciate. Okay, let me just carry on here with this. You're talking about a biscuit cutter. I do have one. I'm not sure where I put it. So, are you talking about the biscuit cutter, or are you talking about? I don't need you some dollars to need. I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to. No, I don't have a QR. Oh, you're talking about the circular saw, yeah. So I've got a Triton, but the Triton, let me just get you out there and flip it around. So this is my Triton. So I've got this old table saw. So that's kind of at the bottom has got the mounting at the bottom. So yeah. And I've got this other machine as well. So my workshop is a little bit in the mess, but this one is very nice. It's full of dust. So it's got the spindle part with it. So I did some recent bits with this for the fluted things. Then it's got a thickness of plane running here, and then it's also got a side piece for making your tenons and stuff like that, and then it's got a small table saw on the top. So that's a pretty cool machine. It's called a Kitty Bescombi. So I'm just trying to see what this messages are saying, yeah. So yeah, I do have a machine I can cut, but the problem is with the size that I'm cutting, with the big sheets. I mean, it comes in a 2 almost 3 meters long by 1.8 wide. So it's kind of difficult to get it cut on this. I don't have the extensions on it. So for me, it's better to just send it out to to the people who does cut it. And also the problem is with this machine, it chips my melamine, so and then it doesn't look too great. So yeah, that's kind of the ins and outs of what I have. Yeah, and I've got another planer as well, a bench planer, if I can put it that way. So it's got wheels on it as well. So this is my planer. So I've just got a lot of tools hanging around because I've been going to sites and stuff. So this is a nice little thing, and then I've built my extractor basically, and there's my pipe that just goes in there and into my tool. Hello. Yeah, so it's pretty cool having dust collecting system having here, but I'm still full of dust. But yeah, so the Triton, I've got the Ryobi bench planer, the Westcombe multi-tool, then I've got a miter saw as well. So yeah, so basically for doing solid furniture with solid wood, this is perfect. And I've done quite a few, so there's some more planks that I've got to work through, get them planed, bolt another cupboard that will actually go into the bar that I assembled. So the assembling side of that, they didn't have the last. There's a small cupboard that 3 doors that still needs to be built, so I need to go and build that with that. Then I've got a other piece of Meranti here. So that's mainly that they use to build doors and stuff. So there's a client that I also built an outside door. So solid wood, trying to do that. So yeah, it's cool. Yeah, the sawdust, this fine sawdust part, I mean obviously with your routers and stuff you get attachments, but then you need small pipes and a stronger vacuum at the end. And mine takes more the large size and it sucks in. So once I reduced my piping to actually go into my belt sander, I've got a whole pipes that goes on there, then yeah, it sucks in the air, but it's not that strong. So at the moment this is pine that I'm using. It's just the easy way to get your materials to be cost effective, if I can put it that way. Yeah, you didn't want to go too expensive and stuff on the whole project, so pine is what I did, and it's a 25 mil, so it's basically what I've got here. So it's a 25 mil thick plank, and then I just rip it up and stack them on top of each other and glue them up. Yeah, pine wood. So let me just get this going and finish up with this, and then let's see where I can go from there, because I need to add in some extra places where I can draw this thing against the wall and have some plugs in it. Yeah, we've got mostly all types of woods. So they do import a lot of woods into South Africa, but pine is one of our biggest um, wood sources that we've got here in South Africa. So, and it's on the cheaper side than the rest. So you get your pine, then Saligna, then it goes up to Meranti and whatever. So yeah, there's a lot of materials that we've got here that is actually nice. But a lot of the stuff also they import into South Africa. All right. That will work just fine. Okay, cool. So yeah, I mean, it seems like it's a cheap material to use. Yeah, compared to your other hardwoods and stuff. So pine is a very soft wood, so it does mostly of the structural side to building your roofs and stuff like that. Yeah, like I know in other places, I don't know, I'm not sure exactly if it's in the USA, where the whole house is basically built out of wood. So here we don't have too much structural sides of wood, but the roofing frames is made out of wood. Like button activated. What do you mean? Sorry. Should probably clamp this thing. Oh, cool. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, you see the whole cool. Also, thanks, man. Appreciate it. I'll get. Let me see if I can. How am I able to get to your channel? Trying to see if I can get your channel also. So how does one get This YouTube is weird on my phone. Okay, but anyway, I'll see. Probably, yeah, probably not. I'll check when I need to go off. Then I'll just check. If I get a notification from you, then I'll also just resubscribe to you, or subscribe to you as well, and check your channel out. But I need to get in there. Yeah, that's kind of I like to do the same thing. If people enjoy what I do, I'll check you out, and I'll most probably subscribe. That's basically 100% sure that I'll do that. But yeah, I really appreciate your support on this channel. So yeah, that's kind of my day, but I'm just gonna go and just finish up with this. Maybe not. Well, it's Saturday. I'm actually not really working. I'm supposed to be actually off, but I want to get this thing kind of to perfection of where I can actually take this and go and install it by the client next week. And I can carry on with my life. But yeah, it's irritating to do the sanding part. I hate sanding, so I don't know. Message holds for review. Pretty hot there. Let me just do this. Okay, so I just made you one of our moderators. So yeah, you can also, if there's other people coming on here and you want to go check them out, you can do that. So yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's winter here by us. It is cold, uh, but those last 2 days it was nice weather. The only problem is I believe there's a cold front coming up now. They're talking about snow somewhere. So then it's back to wearing jackets and things, which I'm not used to this weather, to be honest, because we were staying in the KZN area, so that's more on the far side of South Africa, which is kind of hot. Like if I'm talking about, if it's like 20 degrees, you are sweating already. And that's type of hot that I'm talking about. So I was used to that for about 7-8 years, and then end of last year we moved this side to Pretoria, and it's really cold for me. My wife, she enjoys it. I think this one would work better than trying to go with this small one. No wonder. Where should I find an LED for this thing? Go. Sure, no, that's safety, right? I don't know how you survive the cold. Yeah, the heat side. I mean, we're in KZN. We've reached the one day over 52 degrees. So, and that was hectic. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not used to this type of weather. It's it's a bit cold for me. Struggling to get this thing off. Yeah, the humidity is intense. So, I mean, you can say if it's like 30 degrees, then you can add about another 8 to 10 degrees because of the humidity. But I'll see how summer will be here in Gauteng, in Pretoria side. So we'll see how I'll be able to handle that. Alright. It's the wrong one. This is the right one. Oh, why should I struggle with this thing? Anyway, let's just carry on with this one. I see, you're not a big fan of the humidity. I know. It took me a while to get used to that type of weather. And then, yeah, so I think also with the whole process of being able to go and surf and stuff like that, so because the waters are warm all year round, so even in winter, it's amazing. So yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm born and bred this side. So born in South Africa, haven't gone to any other country. My brother is currently in New Zealand. So yeah, I still want to go and visit him and see that side of the world. I've got friends that recently moved to Texas. So yeah, everybody's everywhere. But yeah, been here forever. So and have you been in the US of A your entire life? Yeah, New Zealand. Yeah, he's in New Zealand. He's actually doing good. He's got an amazing bait and tackle shop. So yeah, he's doing really good with his shop. selling out fishing gears and drones and all those type of things. So yeah, it's cool. Okay. Yeah, so you mentioned that you were in Argentina for missionary work, but now you're back there again, or you traveled around? Or are you planning to travel more around? Let me ask that. Sure. So you've been around. I've been in the borders of South Africa. I haven't gone outside of South Africa yet. Still planning on traveling. Nice. That's cool. Sure. But anyway, I am gonna, like my family would say, love and leave you. And I'll catch you guys again. Thank you for tuning in and just chatting with me. Let's keep in contact. I think that would be amazing. I haven't met a missionary on my live stream before, which is cool. So we must see how we can exchange some details later on, then we can keep in touch. That would be cool. But I'll see you guys again, and be blessed. Cheers, guys.